All right, a major development came yesterday, sending the Commanders' owner, and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell to court. D.C. Attorney General Karl Racine sued the team, saying that they colluded to deceive people. This comes after this filing. The team's counsel said, quote, "Although the lawsuit repeats a lot of innuendo, half-truths, and lies, we welcome this opportunity to defend the organization and defend they must in court while fans will be watching." Now, we're joined by Easy Street and Tailgate Ted to break down what this means to them, if anything. So we'll start at the top with Ted, since he's on the top box, Easy. Good morning to you both, by the way. So, Ted, when you saw this press conference or heard about it or read about it, what was said, what was your reaction to this?
There's nothing new. This is all stuff that was in the Washington Post investigation earlier on this year. And I was a little upset when everything came out with what the Commanders did to Brian Robinson, bringing him into this situation. But after having time to think about it, now I'm a little frustrated because I'm concerned that this is going to make it more difficult for us to get Dan Snyder out as an owner.
You do? You think it's going to be more difficult after all this, huh?
Considering during the actual press conference, and I watched the entire thing, they asked Attorney General Racine, is this lawsuit going to stop if he sells? And he said, no, it's going to continue if he sells. So now what motivation is there for Dan Snyder to walk away? Because we've all been waiting to see why he sold. And if he was selling just to get rid of this mess, now the mess doesn't go away unless it gets thrown out in court and dismissed. And I feel that it may. Now, I'm not an attorney. I did sleep at a Holiday Inn Express, but I feel that this is a stretch for what the D.C. Attorney General is trying to do at this point.
All right, Easy, your turn. When you saw this, what was your reaction?
First of all, happy Veterans Day.
Yes.
Thank you for your service. Good to see you, Ted. Good to see you. Wiz. Okay, so here's the thing that I'm looking at in regards to this. You know, this guy is trending every day. So it's just like Ted said, it's what it is, man. We keep seeing it every day. It's something new. But, you know, the first thing that I saw when I saw this wisdom, first thing that came to my mind was, you know, how is this going to affect the sale? And I think that it's going to make it a little bit tougher. Now, one thing that I will say, when I was reading up last night on this entire situation, they're saying that now maybe that the NFL and Roger Goodell is being dragged into this, that a vote could happen. A vote could happen. Is it going to mess with the sale? We won't know. From my understanding, I'm hearing in February, that's when if they're going to court for this civil case, that's when it's going to happen in D.C. Superior Court. So I'm just anxious to see what happens. But however it turns out, we need to move forward with the sale, man. This guy has to get out of here, bro. Yeah. We need to move on with our best lives so we can get on to our new team and our new owners.
All right. So having said all that, is this a scenario where it could be possible that this is one other thing piled on top of all the other things just to add to it, to force the hand of the NFL and to force the hand of Roger Goodell and all the other owners to say, you know what, if we keep holding on to this guy, the longer we hold on to this guy, the more stuff is going to come out. Because a lot of conversation from the Attorney General is talking about all the stuff that was hidden and how they colluded together to hide all these different things. Is this a scenario where you think that if they're able to uncover some things that could possibly speed up the sale, actually? So the owners will be like, you know what? Let's make this happen and keep it moving. Easy, I'll let you go first this time.
Okay, like the magic number is 24 teams.
Yeah.
24 teams need to come forward and say, hey, look, this guy is out. We need to do something. So, you know, Dan is sleeping on the couch, you guys. He's on very, very thin ice right now. It's not a good look to have this happen right now. Right when we see that Jeff Bezos, Jay-Z, and others are you know, interested in the team, that it possibly could happen. I'm just wondering, is this going to affect the selling price of the team as well? So we'll have to see about how that all works out.
All right, Ted.
I don't think it is, Wiz. And I think the problem is because Attorney General Racine included the NFL and Roger Goodell, that they're all colluding together. So if 24 owners come together and say that, yes, we're voting Dan Snyder out for improprieties, then in a court of law, it could look like they were colluding together and they're getting rid of, and they're admitting that one of their counterparts was guilty of this, then in turn potentially implicating themselves. So that's why I'm saying I don't believe Attorney Racine did us any favors with a fast sale here. We're trying to get him out. Unless this gets thrown out, I think some of this drags on because our 24 other owners going to vote to say Mr. Snyder was at fault, but then in turn actually turning it on themselves.
Okay. All right. Gentlemen, always fascinating conversation when we're talking about this football team. So thank you very much for your time this morning, and we'll see you later.
Take care, guys.
All right.